Hi, Bee here, and welcome back to Read and Roam, the channel where we learn about text and how it fits into our world. I just got back from Costa Rica. I had the best time. It reminded me how much I love learning about the world, so I subscribed to an online newsletter called The Daily Discovery. It's full of world news, fun facts, and recipes. I just got my first issue, and I can't wait to share it with you. Let's dive in. While reading The Daily Discovery, I was reminded of the different ways authors organize nonfiction to help readers understand their topics. Some texts describe people, places, and things in detail. Others explain steps or events in order, and some present a problem and solution. The way authors organize information is called text structure, and recognizing it helps us become stronger readers. Let's look at a few passages from the Daily Discovery to see how text structures work. This part, with recipes from around the world, caught my eye. Listen to this. Crepes are thin, soft pancakes that people enjoy in France. They are different from American pancakes. Instead of being thick, crepes are light and stretchy with golden edges. They're often folded or rolled up and filled with sweet things like chocolate, strawberries, bananas, or just powdered sugar. Were you picturing crepes as I was reading? The author uses details like light and stretchy, golden edges, and folded or rolled, and gives examples of what they could be filled with. This is an example of a description text structure. Description structure is when authors tell about a person, place, or thing using details about how it looks, feels, smells, or sounds, and sometimes gives examples too. Why might the author use this structure instead of just listing crepe facts? How does it affect you as a reader? When authors use description, their goal is to help readers visualize a topic. Descriptive writing helps bring the topic to life, making it more interesting and enjoyable to read and easier to imagine and remember. But authors don't always write to describe. Listen to the next section. See if you notice a change in how the information is organized. To make crepes, first whisk together flour, eggs, milk, and a pinch of salt to make a batter. Then heat a pan and pour in a thin layer of the batter. Cook for about 1 minute, then flip it and cook the other side. Finally, fill the crepe with your favorite sweet toppings and fold or roll it up to serve. Did you hear the words first, then, and finally, putting the text in order? This is an example of a sequence text structure. Sequence tells the order of events or the steps in a process. Why do you think the author organized this part in steps? This structure helps the reader understand a process clearly, one part at a time. This is especially important when following instructions, whether you're cooking, building something, or learning how something works. If the steps were scrambled or skipped, we might get confused or make a mistake. Sequence helps readers stay on track and know what to expect. This part of the newsletter used both description and sequence. Let's check out another section to find one more. At Lincoln Elementary, the trash cans were always full of plastic bottles, but there was nowhere for students to put their recycling, and many students didn't know what could be recycled. To fix the problem, the student council asked the principal to start a recycling program. They put blue bins in every classroom and made posters to remind students what to recycle. Did you notice a problem and how it was solved? The school didn't have any recycling bins, and many students didn't know what to recycle. They fixed this problem by starting a recycling program, adding recycling bins, and creating posters about recycling. This is an example of a problem-solution text structure. When authors use this structure, they first describe a problem, something that isn't working or needs to change, and then explain how it was or could be solved. Why do you think an author might use this structure instead of just listing what the school did? This structure helps readers see how people solve real-life challenges. When we read about a problem first, we naturally wonder what will happen next. Learning about the problem first also helps us see why a solution is important. All right, so we've seen 3 different text structures: description, sequence, and problem solution. Let's play a quick game to see if you can spot these text structures in my daily discovery. We'll call it Name That Structure. I'll read a section and you decide which structure was used. Ready? Let's read. This section says, to plant a sunflower, first dig a small hole in the soil. Then drop the seed into the hole and cover it with dirt. Next, water the seed gently. After a few days, you'll see a sprout start to grow. Pause the video to record what kind of text structure this has. Is it a description of something, a sequence of events in order, or a problem solution? This is a sequence text structure. It tells us how to grow sunflowers and what steps we need to take in order. Here's your next one. Polar bears live in the cold Arctic. They have thick white fur to keep them warm and help them blend into the snow. Their large paws help them walk on ice and swim in icy water. They have small dark eyes, a long neck, and a black nose that stands out against their thick white fur. Okay, pause the video and record which text structure the author used. This is a description text structure. The author uses clear details about its body to describe what a polar bear looks like and how it survives in its environment. One more. Many people enjoy putting up bird feeders to watch colorful birds eat seeds. But there's one big problem: squirrels that climb up and eat the birdseed. To fix this, some people use bird feeders that close when a squirrel lands, or add a slippery cone to keep them from climbing. Pause the video to record the structure. This time, explain how you know. This is a problem-solution structure because the author explains the problem: squirrels eating the bird's food, and 2 ways to keep it from happening. Today, we learned that authors use different structures to organize information. We can recognize description when details are used to help us picture something, sequence when the events or steps are in order, and problem solution when we read about a problem and a way to fix it. All of these text structures help us as readers understand and follow the information an author shares. I wonder what other text structures I'll discover next in the Daily Discovery. Join me next time as we explore even more ways authors organize nonfiction texts. Until then, remember, where there are words, there's a world to explore. See you next time.
Hey, hey.